All right, hey, ladies and gentlemen, all across the globe, I am always excited to be here with Dr. Larry Carnes, ladies and gentlemen. Elder Kevin Vaughan here with you as we talk about the power of transformation. This is your midday moment. For those who don't know, we've been talking to Doc for, man, I can't even count the hours, Doc. I would have to go back and count all the hours, thousands of hours that we've been with you since 2006 and maybe even before that, but definitely for sure 2006 and beyond. We got recordings, we got teaching, training, all kind of stuff. We got videos all over the great place. So thank you so much, Doc, for all that time in the past that puts us to this point today. We've been talking about the power of transformation, folks, and the transformational process with Dr. Carnes, one of the best on the planet, no doubt about that. I hope you guys have been listening, and those who've been following us for a while, I hope you guys have been paying attention. It literally can change your life if you let it, folks. It'll transform your life, not only for one time, but for every day if you participate in the process. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Midday, your transformation moment with Dr. Larry Carnes, Elder Kevin Vaughan. Doc, as always, man, thank you so much for your time today, sir. Bless you.
Thank you. And we want to extend the optimum blessings to those who are watching. We do that by decreeing and declaring
Yes,
the
sir.
greatest and most favorable degree of the Creator's growth, increase, and reproduction continuously operating, manifesting, and being
Mm-hmm.
demonstrated in every area of our lives. The declaration is this: declaring everything lost, stolen, or forfeited is returned. There's nothing broken, nothing missing, and nothing lacking, but we're declaring
Mm-hmm.
all
Yes,
that
sir.
the
Yes, sir.
Creator intended for you when He
Yes, sir.
released you from the essence of His innermost being. Now, that's His womb, His matrix, His spirit, His I amness. So, when you come forth in the I amness of He whose image and likeness you are created in, then you can declare that I am because He is. Now, that's the power of transformation and renewing the spirit of the mind. Your mind has to be renewed. So, what we're talking about, you would be wise to receive it. I receive it from myself. Now, I've been giving some thought to this thing as I was meditating on it earlier,
Yes,
and
sir.
I want to get unboxed.
Mm.
Unboxed.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to look at it. That was introduced some years ago. Someone wrote a book entitled Unboxed. And I was
Mm-hmm.
just thinking about that thing, unboxed. So the process of transformation is a process that we're navigating on a journey to get unboxed. The
Yes, sir.
power of the process is that you will be unboxed, but you cannot get unboxed if you don't enter the process.
Yes, sir.
And if you fail to enter the process, and this is vitally important, and submit to the
Mm-hmm.
process,
Mm-hmm.
then you won't be unboxed. So I wrote some things down, and I want to see if I can put them in an order
Mm.
that would be beneficial for you today, for us today. I wrote this. The process of transformation addresses your authenticity. Now, you must understand this. Your authenticity, which is the alignment of your external actions with your internal values. Now, that's a lot right there.
Yeah, yeah, Doc.
The but the internal must be transformed and renewed.
Yes,
And
sir.
the internal must be transformed and renewed to come in line with the original intent of the Creator.
Yeah.
Now, see, that's important.
Yes,
So, if
sir.
your internal DNA hasn't undergone the internal restructuring spiritually,
Yeah.
then your internal values are going to be jacked up anyway.
Yeah.
And that's what we find taking place with many people. The internal values that have not been aligned with the original intent of the Creator are
Mm.
operating in the lives of people, and that's what they are displaying externally.
Mm-hmm.
The actions. That's why we see so much jacked up stuff taking place in the world today.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
internal values are still operating from a fallen perspective.
Yeah, Doc.
Very important.
Yep. Very important.
And so when we look at this thing, we have to get unboxed. Now, let me see if I can get this and put it back. Now,
Wow.
if we are going to move forward
Mm-hmm.
and our external actions align with our internal values, watch this now, that have
Mm-hmm.
been renewed to the original intent of our Creator. When we
Mm-hmm.
do that, it requires honesty and the courage to be vulnerable instead of performing for others.
That part right there, Doc.
Transformation
Yeah.
requires courage. Renewing the spirit of the mind requires courage because there's some necessary endings that must take place. You have to break away. You have to separate. Separation pulls, separation is painful.
Yes, sir. Ooh.
Now we think about this.
Man.
We are authentic by design, but watch this,
Mm,
but artificial by choice.
mm. Ooh.
Official by design, artificial by choice.
Ooh, that's good, Doc.
Because we choose to conform,
Yeah. Yeah.
see,
That's
so
easy,
that
Doc.
you can be
That's the easy one.
accepted by a culture and an
Yeah.
environment that you're performing for.
Yeah.
Why? Because you don't value yourself. Your I factor is a very low level.
Mm-hmm.
So we think that in order to have significance, to have value, that we have to perform for
Yeah.
others so that we can be accepted by others. When the Creator says, no, you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and you're created in my image and likeness, but we don't value the internal spiritual I amness.
Yeah.
We seem to value the external
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
amness. Well, that's authentic by design, artificial by choice.
Yes, sir.
Now, let me give you some things that I jotted down here a little earlier so I can get through this thing. So, the
Yes, sir.
process of transformation has the ability to uncover new paradigms.
Mm,
Now, new filters that we perceive as reality.
mm-hmm.
Watch this now. And the process of transformation fosters mental and psychological renewal when
Mm,
we come into new paradigms. I'm going to give you something here. I want to give it to you as it's written down. Your mental and psychological filters serve as your operating systems that
yeah.
govern your beliefs, your habits, and your expectations.
Mm.
Come. Now,
Woo.
you all are hearing this, but I have to deal with this myself now before I give it to you all.
I'm with you, Doc, on that
So
one.
this stuff comes to me,
Yeah.
and I have to deal with it
Yeah.
myself
Yes,
before I
sir.
can deliver it.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to say, okay, now how do I articulate this in a way that it's going to be receptive and understood? But I
Right.
have to do it for myself to begin with and apply it to me before it can
Yeah.
come through me and be delivered to you. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to give that to you again. Your mental and psychological filters serve as your operating systems
Mm-hmm.
that govern your beliefs, habits, and expectations.
Yeah.
Your expectations may be too low.
Right.
At the same time, your expectations may be too high, so
Mm-hmm.
high to the degree that you made them unachievable. And when you do
Mm-hmm.
that, you set yourself up for failure
Right. Right. Right.
and disappointment.
Absolutely.
Yeah, now, therefore, watch this now. True transformation requires a paradigm shift, and that paradigm shift involves three things I want to share with you.
Mm-hmm.
Number one,
Mm.
identifying limiting beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
You have to
Mm-hmm.
identify your limited beliefs and don't play like
Yes,
you
sir.
don't have them because we all have them.
Yep.
See, we want to be so phony.
Yep.
I told you, artificial by choice.
Yep.
See,
Artificial. Wow.
identify your limiting beliefs. When we do
Mm-hmm.
that, we recognize old patterns of thought that don't serve our transformational growth. God, you, come on now.
Wow. Powerful, Doc.
I deal with it every day. So I'm not sitting up here trying to be the great pretender. I have to deal with it and address it every day because I'm around people who have accomplished great things when you look at it from an outward perspective. And
Right.
you can allow yourself to come into that company. And if you don't watch it, you'll get an inferiority complex. And you'll
Mhm.
start to think that you are less than. But Larry Carnes has undergone the power of transformation. And when I walk into a room, the king has arrived. Oh, yeah, the champ is here. Because I have something that everyone in this room needs. You need to tap into me and get it. You have something that I need. I'm not saying that's not true. I may
Right.
have something, but when Larry goes up, Larry Kahn shows up because he has something that you need, and you would be wise to tap into that dude and get it because it will transform your life.
Yep. It
That's
works.
the grace that's on me.
Yep. It works, ladies and
Number
gentlemen.
two, so watch this now. Identifying limited beliefs,
Mm.
recognizing old patterns of thought that don't serve your growth. Here's number two, cognitive replacing outdated perspectives
Mm.
with new empowering truths. Cognitive perspective. Man, you better get this thing.
Mhm.
Cognitive restructuring,
Mhm.
replacing outdated perspectives
Mhm.
with new empowering truths.
Mhm.
I
New.
am because he says I am. I
Wow.
can do it because he designed and equipped me to do it. When he made me, he said, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. That's the creator.
Mhm.
Watch this now. And number three, reflective awareness. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Reflective awareness, consciously aware of your internal dialogue. Wait a minute. Consciously aware of your internal dialogue. Don't
Wow.
play like you don't have conversation internally with yourself.
Absolutely, Doc.
And many people have dialogue and conversation with themselves that diminishes their
Right.
value and self-worth
Right. Wow.
because you don't think you can ever be. You don't think you can ever come. You don't think you're good enough. You don't
Right.
think you're intelligent enough. You don't think you're smart enough.
Right.
That's your dialogue that's taking place internally. So reflective awareness, when you're consciously being aware of your internal dialogue to make sure that your internal dialogue aligns with your desired state of being. There's a possibility that
Mm.
your desired state of being is to be less than. And when
Right.
you have an internal dialogue that fosters that, that supports that, you're going to be less than.
Mhm.
But if you have a desire to be greater than, but your internal dialogue doesn't support your desire to be greater than, now you're torn between two lovers. You have an internal conflict.
Mhm.
You can overcome it.
Mhm.
You
That
just need
part.
to start speaking the positive,
Mhm. Mhm.
positive, enforcing thoughts for the desired thing, and don't let the negative thoughts that try to remind you that and try to tell you that you're less than. No, you have to tell
Mhm.
yourself you're greater than,
Mhm.
but not do it arrogantly.
Mhm. Yeah, Doc.
Very important now, the mindset. So
Mhm.
now let's get this. I'm going to give you that one again. Reflective awareness, consciously
Mhm.
being aware of your internal dialogue to make sure that it aligns with your desired state of being. Here's the question. You ask this question of yourself, write it down and answer it. What is your desired state of being? That's the process of transformation will bring
Yeah.
you to the power of transformation. The power of transformation is walking in your desired state of being when it aligns with watch this, with the creator's original intent for you. Uncovering and discovering purpose. Let's close by this.
Wow,
The
Doc.
process of transformation involves a renewing of your mind by upgrading your spiritual DNA. You
Woo.
better hear me.
Upgrading. I
And
love it.
upgrading your spiritual DNA and internal awareness.
Yeah.
When you do that, you're upgrading your spiritual DNA and internal awareness to align your outer actions with a higher level of consciousness and purpose. When you do that, you'll get unboxed. And when you get unboxed, you need to remember to always out love, out serve, out forgive each other. Optimum blessings to you.
Man, Doc, I couldn't write fast enough. I just have to listen to this one over again. That was powerful today, Doc. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, this is Dr. Larry Carnes speaking to you today on your midday moment. The power of transformation, folks. Powerful. It works, folks. It works. And Doc, I was just thinking, man, I said, what I write down here? Oh, you need an upgrade. Y'all hearing, folks? Y'all need an upgrade. Y'all need to upgrade your thinking, folks.
Well,
And
we
also,
need all of
yeah,
us.
yeah, all of us need it. Matter of fact, I'm glad you mentioned that, Doc. I want to mention that again. This is for all humanity. That's what I love about this. It's not restricted to no particular people. It's for everybody on the planet, folks. Everybody on the planet can benefit from this teaching, guys, and from the information and from the process as well. So, guys, we got to upgrade ourselves each and every day. That's powerful, folks. It's powerful. Doc, that's what I love about it when I understood what you said. It's for everybody. It's not for just for a certain sect of people. And don't care where you're at with your beliefs. It's for everybody. It's amazing, man. I tell you. I think even a parrot, man, that could talk probably would get some of this. Even a talking parrot probably pick up some of this stuff on how to transform their life. But seriously, though, guys, it is for everybody on the planet. And guys, it's all about getting you to your optimum self, to your best self yet. That's what it's all about. And I was just talking to another lady out of Texas, Doc. We were talking about, you guys, you got to continue to learn and earn and do the things you want to do. But the key is always be in a learning process, right? Get to know yourself better. Get to voice activate your words, change your words, right? Change your mindset. Man, Doc teaches that real well too. Change your mindset, folks, and how you talk to yourself, how you talk to yourself to others, all the above. That's all part of the process. And one of the biggest ones I like, Doc, is that peeling back of the onion. Ladies, this is the way I remember it real quickly. The onion, I'm an onion. I'll just use me. I'm an onion. And the core of the onion is really my true self or my best self. But guess what, guys? I got to peel off all them layers to get to my own self, Doc. That's what the power transformation will do, man. It'll help you peel off stuff to get you to your real self. But it seems to be a continuous process. It's not like I go like millions of layers coming down,
Yeah.
but it never stops.
Think about this. Now you use something, that analogy of peeling the onion, but think about this. You can peel back the onion all we want.
Yeah.
But peeling the onion never gets to the root of the onion. The
That's
root
right.
is at the bottom.
Yeah. Exactly.
See, so we can peel and peel and
Yeah.
peel and peel
Yeah.
and peel. But
Yeah.
until we get to the root of it, which is
Yeah.
at the
Exactly.
bottom,
Right. That's our goal. Yeah.
nothing's going to happen.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Notice, look at that onion the next time you get one. At the
Yeah.
bottom of that onion, see, you have a top,
Mm-hmm.
then you have the root of it.
Mm-hmm.
And everything that makes that onion what it is
Yeah.
anchored
Yeah.
to that root.
Yeah. Good point.
So it's the root of it that has to be renewed,
Exposed.
transformed, uncovered,
Yeah.
and discovered.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
That's it. That's it. That's right. And guys, that's why it's important to have a coach, mentor, a confidant, all the above in the process. Don't try to do this by yourself, folks. So I want you guys to contact myself or Dr. Carnes. He's on Facebook. He's on LinkedIn, guys. He's on Instagram. He's on TikTok as well. I want to encourage you guys just to learn more about this process we're talking about, the power transformation. Just ask the questions. Hey, Doc, do you speak on this topic, right? Doc, can you help me with a question? Put that out there, guys. So put that in the DM when you contact Doc. You can get information on his social media pages. If you got problems with that, let me know. Forward that question to me. I'll make sure Doc gets it as well through the email, guys, or whatever. But make sure you contact Doc and talk about that, guys. You got to ask questions. Just ask questions. How do I get started? Do you have any books? There's the books behind them right there, guys. Books are on Amazon. So you can learn about that. You can start there if you want to do that for all you avid readers as well. So the books are on Amazon. And you can contact us on social media. Once again, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, guys. I should say not Twitter, but the TikTok, guys. TikTok. He's on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook is the best way to get it under Optimum Leadership Coach, guys, as well. And type in his name. You can just Google Doc too as well. You can Google his name, Larry Carnes, and it'll come up soon as well. So you can do several different ways to get in contact with him. But I do want to encourage you cannot do this by yourself. You have to get instruction. You have to get encouragement. And also you have to get or a navigator that can help you in this area as well, man. And Doc, I always want to thank you, man. Thank you for all your teaching and training for me personally. That's just for me. So thank you again for everything
Oh,
over
my
the years.
pleasure. Thank you. I was very quickly. I was just in a meeting. There were men having a men's meeting on Saturday,
Yeah,
and we're sitting
yeah,
there. They were talking about some things, and I'm listening.
yeah,
I'm processing, listening,
yeah,
and then I
yeah.
said something. I mentioned transgenerational tendencies and transgenerational trauma. A guy in there said, "Oh, wait a minute.
Whoa, whoa, Doc.
That's what it is. I just got
Wow,
my answer."
wow,
He said, I just got my answer. My
wow.
daddy was very violent and abusive in chastising us and things of that nature. I saw it in my uncles, and
Yeah.
that thing shows up in me. He
Woo.
said, and you just identified it. He called me, you just identified it, Bishop. Thank you. So
Yeah.
see, so now he says now, and then he was still saying things. I said, wait, stop voice activating that.
Right.
So I showed
Yeah.
him, now you
Yeah.
have to stop saying that you are this
Right.
because
Right.
you're at voice activating it, you're feeding it.
Yeah.
And now you have to, now you got to watch this, get to the root and uproot that thing. He
Breakthrough.
said,
Breakthrough.
thank you. And so, yeah, so
Yeah.
man, that thing is
Breakthrough. That's
powerful.
power. Yeah, that's an example, guys. That's what we're talking about, guys. The goal is to get past or eliminate or destroy whatever it is we got to destroy. The goal is to get you to your best self yet. Guys, I am in hot pursuit of Kevin Vaughan every day, Doc. As you already know, I'm in hot pursuit of me every day based on what Doc has been sharing over the
Yeah,
years about the power of transformation and the optimum return. And ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to, and one thing, guys, you cannot blame nobody. You cannot blame nobody. I ain't blaming nobody. I started blaming folks before Doc. I was blaming everybody else, right? Not everybody, but a lot of people blaming them. It had nothing to do with them. It had all to do with me on getting my mind set right, guys. So it's all about you. Don't blame mama and them, daddy and them, all them. You once you come to the knowledge of what you got to do, you got to take care of you, and you get that mindset and change that voice activation, words,
yeah,
all the above. Just incredible, Doc. It's a tremendous process of change, and it's amazing how it affects so many other things, folks.
yeah,
Affect your business, Doc. It'll affect your way you're going to get new contracts, new businesses. Doc, I got business coming in like crazy on the consulting side, and it's just exciting. Just exciting, all because of what you've been teaching over the years. It attracts the right things. Is my point for
yeah.
power
And
transformation.
see, there were things that were done to us that we had no control over. So we
Right,
understand that.
right. Yeah.
We could not control that. So there
No,
were people whose actions were
right.
responsible for some
Yeah,
of the things that happened.
very
Traumatic
serious.
experience, we understand
Yeah,
that. But now
yeah, yeah.
breaking free
Right.
and allowing ourselves to be held
Woo.
hostage by it, that's on
Yeah,
us.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah,
we have to make a decision. I will no longer be held captive and
yeah,
held hostage by
yeah,
that. And I
yeah.
will not, watch this, self-imposed institutionalization. I'm not going to institutionalize
Right,
myself.
right, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
But I know
powerful.
we have to run. We got to
Yeah,
go.
thank you. No, but yeah, no, yeah, yeah. One thing I wanted to mention to the people, Doc, I know you teach this as well, guys. You need to learn probably about this, the power of forgiveness. Powerful, man. You got to part of that process is the power of forgiveness because some serious stuff has happened. I heard some this week, Doc. Some things have happened to people, man, and we
Now,
don't minimize none of that. Woo!
so
Powerful
you
stuff. I
keep
said, wow.
and you keep saying stuff. I'm going back to Saturday. There was a brother. He was sitting there. He said,
Woo!
"I've done this.
Yeah,
I've done that. I've done that." I said,
yeah.
"Okay." Then he
Woo!
was turning, and you could see the emotion. You could hear it.
Yeah,
I
Doc.
said, "I said,
Oh,
but I said,
oh.
but hey, I said, hey, hey, my
Woo!
brother.
Yeah.
But you have to learn. But you haven't forgiven yourself. See, we talk about
Right.
forgiving others.
Yeah.
No, his problem was he did not know how to forgive himself.
Right. We don't. We didn't know, Doc. Yeah, we didn't. I
And
had the same
that's
problem.
important. So now
Yeah.
we have to understand, okay, I
Yeah.
may have done what they
Yeah.
said
Right.
I've
Right.
done. I
Right.
did.
Right.
But I'm not who they say I am based upon what I've done in the past.
Yeah.
There's been a
Yeah.
transformation that's taken place. I'm
Yeah.
not that person anymore. Now I
Yeah.
have to learn to forgive myself and not
Yeah.
be held hostage by it.
Right. That part, Doc.
Yeah.
Powerful. Thank you so much, Doc, for that. Hey guys, we got to go, but I want to encourage you guys to share this out to all your social media. Doc, TikTok be eating this up, man. They got double-digit viewings on their side, so somebody's listening out there as well. And we thank everybody who listens on all the platforms that this goes out on YouTube as well. So thank you so much, guys. But I do want to encourage you guys to learn more about the power of transformation. Most of us on the planet, or most of us listening, want to improve ourselves. No doubt about that. This goes beyond improvement, really. It really transforms you if you let it and learn more about it. But guys, get in touch with Doc. He's on Facebook, Optimal Leadership Coach, Facebook, Instagram, and also TikTok as well. If you guys got any problems doing that, let me know. I'll send the information to you so you can send him a DM and just ask a question. Hey, Doc, tell me more about this. What I need to do to bring you in to speak to my employees, all you HR folks out there and people who make appointments and events for your clients and people. You need to bring Doc in and talk about these things. All your organizations, groups, and associations, you need to book Doc, have him come in between now and the end of the year, if you can catch his time there, and have him come in and talk to your people, guys, especially the guys as well, men and women organization, and both, combined, even couples, right? Even couples retreats, anything like that is so important as well, guy, because this works. I believe it can work for everybody who wants to learn about it. Wow. Doc, thank you so much for your time today. Incredible.
Awesome blessings. Thank you.
Amen. I received y'all. Been blessed. Hey, guys, take care. Enjoy your wonderful life today. We're here on Mondays and Fridays around 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for your time. I really want to encourage you guys to share this out. All my folks in Texas, brand new folks in Texas, thank you so much for listening today. And those in Norway, over in Australia, got an awesome man of God in UK as well, good brother there. So guys, continue to share this out on your networks as well, because you never know. Our goal is just to help people to understand where they need to go. This has been your Midday Moment with Dr. Larry Carnes, Elder Kevin Vaughan. God bless you, everybody. Take care. Appreciate your time. Bye-bye.